Milo the Mammoth and the River of Stars. What if I told you the stars don't just live in the sky, but in a river that only appears once every 1,000 moons? What if a mammoth, a wise owl, a playful otter, and a grumpy musk ox discovered it and found that it wasn't treasure made of gold, but something far more powerful, the secret to life itself? This is the story of Milo the Mammoth, the gentle giant with the biggest heart in the Ice Age, a story of danger, courage, saber-toothed shadows, blizzards, and friendship, a story where light and life return to a frozen world. The Ice Age was a world of snow, silence, and survival. But in the frozen tundra, where the skies stretched wide and the stars shone like diamonds, lived Milo the Mammoth, a giant with shaggy brown fur, sweeping tusks, and eyes filled with curiosity. Though most mammoths were content to wander in herds, Milo always felt a tug toward mysteries. Every night he would gaze at the stars, wondering what stories they carried. One frosty evening, as the northern lights painted the sky with ribbons of green and purple, Milo saw something unusual. Down in the valley, a river shimmered not just with water, but with starlight itself, the stars. "Have fallen," Milo whispered. Chapter 1: The Owl's Warning. Flapping down silently from the sky came Tiko the snowy owl, wise and graceful, with golden eyes that seemed to see both past and future. He perched on Milo's tusk. "You see it too, don't you?" Tycho hooted softly. "The River of Stars. It appears once every 1,000 moons." Milo blinked. "Why has it come now?" Tiko's feathers ruffled uneasily. "Because something is wrong. The world is colder, harsher. The river awakens only when life itself is in danger." Before Milo could ask more, the water splashed. Out popped Nani the otter, playful and sleek, her whiskers twitching with excitement. "You two talk too much," Nani squeaked. "That river isn't for looking at, it's a path to something amazing." Chapter 2: The journey begins. The trio followed the glowing river as it wound between frozen cliffs. The water glittered with silver fish that swam like streaks of light, but the journey wasn't easy. Soon, the river split into two paths, one narrow and smooth, the other wide but blocked with jagged ice boulders. Nani dove into the narrow path, splashing joyfully. "This way," she squeaked, but Tycho hooted from above. "Not so fast, little otter. The stars shine strongest where the way is hardest." Milo studied the glowing river. The wide, blocked path pulsed brighter. With a deep rumble, he said, "We go through the ice." With great strength, Milo lowered his tusks and shoved the frozen boulders. They cracked, thundered, and split apart. The river rushed forward, freeing its starlight. "You're stronger than the ice, Milo," Nani cheered, though her whiskers quivered nervously. Chapter 3: The Saber's Shadow. As the river carried them farther, they entered a snowy valley where shadows moved silently across the ridges. Suddenly, with a growl, Skar the Saber-Toothed Tiger leapt down, his golden fur gleaming, his long teeth flashing. "The River of Stars belongs to me." Skar snarled, circling them. "Leave it or be my feast." Nani hid behind Milo's legs. Tycho spread his wings wide. "The river belongs to no one. It is a gift to all." But Skar's eyes gleamed with greed. He pounced toward the glowing water. With a powerful trumpet, Milo the Mammoth charged. His tusks slammed into the snow, blocking Skar's path. The saber hissed, claws flashing. They circled, the snow shaking under their weight. At last, Milo stomped so hard the ground cracked, sending icy shards flying. Startled, Skar leapt back, snarling, but the river's glow surged brighter, pushing him away. Defeated, the saber slunk into the shadows, his growls echoing. "You protected it," Nani whispered, peeking out. "You protected us." Chapter 4: The Cave of Memories. The river flowed onward until it led them to a vast cave, its walls glittering with frozen crystals. Inside, carvings of animals, mammoths, owls, otters, sloths, and tigers glowed faintly as though lit from within. At the center of the cave was a pool of pure starlight. Floating on its surface were glowing orbs, each one pulsing like a heartbeat. Tiko's eyes widened. The ancients left these, memories of the past and promises for the future. One orb drifted toward Milo. When he touched it with his trunk, the cave filled with visions, vast green fields, mammoth herds roaming freely, laughter of otters and rivers, owls soaring over forests. It was a memory of a world before the ice. Milo's eyes shone. The river of stars is not just light, it carries life. Chapter 5: The Blizzard's Trial. Before they could leave with their discovery, the ground shook. A blizzard roared into the cave, snow and wind screaming like angry spirits. "We'll be trapped," Nani squeaked. Boris the Musk Ox suddenly charged in from the storm, his thick fur coated in ice, his horns lowered. "I followed your trail. The blizzard is chasing the river's light." Together, the four friends pressed forward. The storm clawed at them, nearly burying them alive. Tiko guided from above, his wings fighting the winds. Nani swam along the glowing current, showing the path. Boris pushed against falling snow with his horns, and Milo shielded them all with his mighty body, forcing his way step by step. At last, they burst out of the storm into the open sky. The blizzard howled behind them but could not cross the glowing river. Chapter 6: A New Dawn. The river led them to a wide frozen plain. As the final glow faded, Milo carried one orb of starlight to the snow. Gently, he placed it into the earth. The ground trembled. Then, slowly, green sprouts pushed through the frost. Flowers blossomed, grass spread across the tundra, and the air filled with warmth. Animals from across the land gathered: sloths, wolves, elk, and even Skar the Saber, watching from the shadows. None fought. None feared. All stood in awe of the miracle Milo had brought. Nani rolled in the grass, squeaking with joy. "Best adventure ever." Tiko bowed his wings. "Milo, you have given the world back its light." Boris snorted, but even he smiled. "Maybe mysteries aren't so bad after all." Milo lifted his trunk and trumpeted so loud the stars themselves seemed to answer. And from that day on, every creature remembered the tale of Milo the Mammoth and the River of Stars. The gentle giant who followed the lights, faced storms and shadows, and gave the frozen world a second chance to shine.